At 1 year old, I was found I had
Mhm.
cataracts because there was white in my eyes and I couldn't see. So I had a
Right.
cataract operation and they thought I'd go blind. Then since then, I had to wear these really, really thick glasses tied with string because they'd
Yeah.
come off. So that was the start. And then around age 4, I realized
Mhm.
that I was burning myself and hurting. I would scrape and scratch my face. And then
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with it was a very rare syndrome called sensory neuropathy type 2, which means that I can't feel hot, cold, or superficial pain, meaning that
Wow.
I don't know when I've cut myself until it's
Yeah.
infected or I see the blood. I'm not gonna lie, but
Mhm.
I look back and think they didn't know. They had no experience with children
Yeah.
having that kind of an illness. So their advice was to stop doing any exercise. And up until
Mhm.
that point, I was very active. So I was on my
Okay.
bike, I was roller skating. When
Yeah.
they said that, then I stopped everything. And then by the time I was 12, 13, I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand. Standing was like epic.
Yeah.
It was difficult.
Was
It
it
was
like
really
a
difficult.
paralyzed your body or something?
It wasn't paralyzed because I could feel it. But then I stopped growing at 11. And it's been a lot to deal with. And I was a singer as well. And I just did not want to be who I was and things like that. And so I didn't think it myself. So I used to daydream a lot. And
Mhm.
I feel I wasted a lot of my time in the future rather than appreciating what my life was like at that time. And it wasn't
Yeah.
all awful. You see, it wasn't all dreadful like I've made up in my head. I had some really, really fun times, and I wish I would have appreciated it more
Yeah.
when it happened. So now I'm trying to appreciate the present, and obviously plan for a week, a few weeks, a month, at any given moment. And I think maybe if any of us have learned anything, it is just appreciate what you have now. Go for the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
Don't settle for things that you don't want in your life. The people that you want to be surrounded by in your life, if they're really negative and causing you to feel down and bad about yourself, kind of let them go and just kind of do what makes me happy right now in this moment, and then I'll just see where it goes when it
Yeah.
comes.
Enjoy the present moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned about like a coronavirus and everything. It just made a chaos with our life and all of the plan, goals, and everything. Just all over the place for a lot of people. A lot of people struggling financially, mentally, physically. And obviously, probably you didn't do much of a show and things like that during the lockdown.
No.
Probably stuck at home. What do you used to do, like being at home? And did you had any negative thoughts during that time, or you had like a support around you and people around you? You had a good time. How was it like during the lockdown?
Well, it was hard because I had all these plans. I mean, it was my 40th year, and me and my friends we'd planned all these things that we wanted to do.
Mhm.
So when that didn't happen, it was very disheartening. But as I kept myself busy because I started the voiceovers. Luckily, maybe I knew something was going to happen.
You kept yourself busy and doing things and keep moving forward.
Well, I think that's probably not very not true. I did kind of get into a little place where things were a little
Mhm.
bit dark, and I was like, oh my gosh. But maybe for like a month, I
Right.
did get quite depressed. But then it came to a point where there was nothing else I could do because it was no end. We didn't see an
Yeah.
end to it at the time, so you just have to make the best of it. So it's fair to say that I did go through a little bit of a a little
Yeah.
bit of mental transition. But then I guess I'm lucky. I just have friends and family to kind of not let me. So I guess that throughout all my life, I'm just lucky I had people around me to bring myself out of it and not let me get stuck in that place. Because I think
Yeah.
if I didn't, I probably would have. Whether it is to go onto Zoom, get a new networking group together, or meet some new people, or read a book that I really want to read, and try and focus on something else apart from myself. When you just focus on yourself, um,
Yeah.
a lot goes on in your head, and that's where the danger comes in. So if you focus even on somebody else's problems, something else, something maybe, although not, maybe that's not healthy, but something that you can be proud of that you've done that day,
Yeah.
even if it's just a small thing.
Everyone like you need to find out what they gonna enjoy doing.
Yeah,
So like instead of like staying in the dark, get out of it, do something.
yeah,
And yeah, like finding a new positive vibes on their life and keep moving forward.
yeah.
for them to like those call them as a disabled person, how they can be create more Amy like yourself, like a singer, business person, like a teacher, or something doing with their life, like wherever they're passionate about, wherever they can love doing, rather than being in a wheelchair, rather than being in a bed, rather than like being a victim of them, a disabled person, how they can do something with their life and achieve something big with their life.
I think people nowadays are very lucky because they have social media and you have the
Yeah.
internet. You just have to look for it and you shall find it, and put the
Yeah.
thoughts out there. So it's just putting the thoughts out there and actually vocalizing what you want to do.
Yeah.
And then you'll be surprised at the opportunities that come your way. So through my own experience, I know that it's really good to surround yourself with positive people, but it's only when you decide that you want to have a positive life, you will surround yourself with positive people who make you feel good. So I think that's one thing I would just urge people to do, and just surround yourself with positive people and nice people, so that your experiences can be positive rather than negative.